phone. He used Robin Master's personal phone number.
A red Ferrari tears down a Hawaiian coastal road. Palm trees whip past. The ocean glints like liquid glass in the sun. And then, the Moustache enters the frame. Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. Before we slip past the security gate at Robin's Nest, subscribe so you don't miss the next 80s classic. A private investigator, a guest house on a millionaire's estate, sunsets, helicopters, car chases, and a grin that could start an international incident. But behind the charm, a contract that cost Tom Selleck the role of Indiana Jones, a Ferrari that couldn't handle stunts, fistfights, Ferrari fires, mustache clauses, and one very territorial Doberman. Tonight, we separate fact from fable in the legendary world of Magnum P.I. Magnum P.I. premiered in December 1980 and instantly hit different. While other shows were shot on backlots, Magnum was filmed on location in Hawaii. NBC execs had one rule: make Hawaii look like a fantasy. Make viewers want to live there. The result? Television that looked like a postcard you could drink a beer on. But the real genius was the tone. Magnum wasn't perfect. He messed up. He got beaten, tricked, shot at, humiliated. He was human, and audiences loved him for it. Now let's talk casting, or as I call it, the mustache that changed Hollywood forever. Rumor has it Tom Selleck was the first choice. This is a fable NBC originally wanted an established star, not a commercial model turned actor with a mustache that had its own gravitational pull. They auditioned over 300 actors. Then Selleck walked into the room. He was funny, he was charming, he was self-deprecating. The producers wrote in their notes, "The mustache stays." Fact: the mustache had a contractual protection. But here's the bombshell. Steven Spielberg liked Selleck so much, he cast him as Indiana Jones. Selleck accepted the role. Paramount panicked. They refused to release him from Magnum P.I.'s contract. Tom Selleck lost Indiana Jones to a mustache clause. Harrison Ford took the role Magnum P.I. aired instead. There's a rumor Selleck shot a secret test film for Indiana Jones. This is a fact. It exists. Search it and prepare your brain to melt. The Ferrari 308 GTS. Iconic. Sexy, fast, and except the Ferrari in Magnum P.I. wasn't actually fast. Fact: Tom Selleck is 6 feet 4 inches. Ferraris are not designed for human trees. Producers modified multiple Ferraris so he could fit, drive, shift without kneeing the camera operator in the face. They removed seat rails. They re-welded the floor pan. They even bolted the seats directly to the floor to lower him. One crew member said, "We shortened the car to fit the mustache." Another rumor said they blew up a Ferrari by accident. This one is a fact. One stunt misfire torched a car so badly that Ferrari reportedly demanded, "Use our brand properly, no more explosions." Paramount ignored them. The dogs, Zeus and Apollo, fans adored them. Tom Selleck, he adored them from a distance. Rumor has it Selleck was terrified of Zeus and Apollo. Nope, fable. They were trained to ignore everyone except their trainer. Even Selleck wasn't allowed to pet them. They were not petting friendly. One day, a grip tried to offer beef jerky. He never did it again. There are Hollywood rumors. And then, there are Magnum P.I. rumors. Let's talk about this one. Tom Selleck had a shirtless quota in his contract. That's a fable. Sort of. There was no written clause, but producers pushed him to take his shirt off a lot. Why? Because Magnum P.I.'s demographic surprised everyone. NBC expected men, action fans, car nerds. Instead, women tuned in by the millions. Selleck became the unofficial sex symbol of primetime, and wardrobe used tank tops the way Knight Rider used Turbo Boost, often and with enthusiasm. Selleck joked later, "Half the show was me solving cases. The other half was just torso." Magnum wasn't just solving crimes on screen. Selleck was fighting battles behind the scenes. He refused to play Magnum as a perfect action hero. He said, "Magnum screws up, he's real." NBC disagreed. They tried to rewrite him as a flawless superhero. Selleck pushed back every time. The fact is, he fought to keep Magnum flawed, broke, and human. NBC hated it. Selleck insisted he lives for free in someone else's house. He should earn nothing. The network wanted product placement and obvious wealth. Selleck wanted struggle and self-deprecation, and he won. That battle is why Magnum P.I. feels so different from every show in its genre. Jonathan Higgins, Robin Masters' estate manager. Half the show's dialogue was him insulting Magnum. People believe Selleck and John Hillerman Higgins hated each other. But the fact is, they were close friends. Their tension came from improv. Producers even tried a plot twist: Higgins and Robin Masters are the same person. Hillerman filmed versions of scenes hinting at it. Even the writers got confused. To this day, the show never confirms it. Magnum P.I. wasn't just Ferraris and beaches, it was dangerous. On multiple episodes, Magnum charters a chopper flown by TC Roger Mosley. The stunts real. One rumor goes one helicopter crashed during filming, which is a fact. During season 3, a stunt helicopter clipped a palm tree and crash-landed offshore. No fatalities, but everyone walked away shaken. Mosley later admitted, "I did all my chopper flying scenes, just not the ones that flipped over." Tom Selleck did as many stunts as insurance would allow. The rumor was he wrecked a Ferrari trying to do a J-turn. Turns out this is a fact. After that, the studio said, "Tom, no more hero driving." From then on, stunt drivers did the dangerous maneuvers, while Selleck got one clear instruction: look cool getting out of the car. And he did. For all the comedy and charm, Magnum P.I. tackled intense topics: PTSD, the Vietnam War, survivor's guilt, loss, grief, trauma. The show didn't treat war vets as punchlines or stereotypes. It treated them as people. There's a reason real veterans still say Magnum felt honest. Magnum was loosely based on real-life Navy SEAL operatives. Larson spoke to former special ops advisors while writing the character's backstory. In Season 7, the writers planned to kill Magnum. Actual plot: Magnum is shot, flatlines, goes to the white light. NBC executives flipped. "You can't kill Magnum. He's a sex symbol." Ratings exploded. The episode became the highest rated of the entire series. And then, the show got renewed. Oops! Which leads us into... The final episode of Magnum P.I. is considered one of the most emotional finales in TV history. No explosions, no jet skis, no mustache jokes, just closure. Magnum returns to his daughter, says goodbye to Higgins, walks away from the Ferrari, and trades adrenaline for peace. The rumor was Tom Selleck insisted on the emotional ending. This was a fact. He wanted a finale that honored Magnum's humanity, not the Ferrari. He said he was never the car, he was the man. But Hollywood, they don't believe in goodbyes, they believe in reboots and money. The first reboot attempt came in the late 90s. The plot: Magnum's daughter becomes a detective. Selleck returns as a mentor. NBC loved it on paper. Then someone asked, "Will Tom shave the mustache?" Paramount panicked. Selleck refused. The reboot fell apart over mustache rights, creative direction, scheduling conflicts. The fact was, Paramount walked away because they didn't want two Magnums on screen. Next came a failed movie in the early 2000s. Magnum was pitched as an action comedy movie. Hollywood execs wanted Owen Wilson as Magnum, a talking Ferrari GPS, a quirky reboot. Tom Selleck read the script and said, "Magnum is not a parody. Not on my watch." Selleck turned it down. The movie died. The fact is, Selleck protected the character until the day he died. Metaphorically, he's alive. The show died. The reboot that made it to air in 2018. CBS orders a reboot: new Magnum, new Ferrari, 488 Spider. New Hawaii, Jay Hernandez takes the role. Rumor has it Selleck hated it, but in reality, Selleck gave his blessing, publicly saying, "Magnum is bigger than me." But fans noticed something missing: charm, heart, humanity. But regardless, the new show ran for 5 seasons, but nothing matched the original's magic. Magnum P.I wasn't just entertainment. It changed TV. Before Magnum, heroes were invincible. Men never cried. No one referenced PTSD. After Magnum, action heroes could be vulnerable. Trauma arcs became normal. Audiences expected depth. Magnum didn't solve cases because he was perfect. He solved them because he cared. Tom Selleck said it best. Magnum wasn't cool because of the car. The car was cool because of Magnum. The fact is, there was finally a show that normalized flawed masculinity on TV. Where are they now? Let's check in with the cast. Tom Selleck, Thomas Magnum. After Magnum, he turned down multiple action roles, starred in 3 Men and a Baby, massive hit. Became a TV legend again on Blue Bloods. He now lives on a 60-acre avocado ranch. Yes, seriously. I grow avocados. They don't argue with me. Iconic. John Hillerman, Higgins. Hillerman retired from acting in 1999 and enjoyed a quiet life until his passing in 2017. He won a Golden Globe, an Emmy. He once told a reporter, Higgins wasn't a character, he was an attitude. Roger Mosley, TC stunt pilot, business owner, role model. He later founded a youth athletic program in Los Angeles. Larry Manetti. Manetti became a radio host and a restaurant owner. Fun fact, he still refuses to shave his Magnum mustache. The ending that broke Selleck. Tom Selleck didn't cry filming Magnum P.I.'s finale, but he cried when he watched it. When asked why, he said, "Magnum was the man I wanted to be." That's what made the show iconic. Not the car, not the shirts, or lack thereof. Not the tropical helicopter shots over the coastline. The man. Magnum P.I. taught us that you don't need superpowers to be heroic. You don't need perfection. You just need heart. One man, one life, making a difference. That's the legacy. Next time on Rad Recaps, we hit the beach. The year is 1989. A new show premieres, it flops, the network cancels it. Then one actor, yes, the Hoff himself, buys the rights and brings it back. It becomes the most watched show on Earth. How does a canceled show become a global empire? We'll separate the sunscreen-soaked facts from the slow-mo fables.